shoots, he scores! And open is Carpenter, he goes to the backhand and scores!
Hello and welcome to a new season of Gulls All Access. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. Here on the show, we give you an inside look at your San Diego Gulls, the proud affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks and home to future NHL stars. From a new coach in Anaheim to the addition of some coveted free agents, the organization has seen significant change in the offseason. With new leadership and directives established, the offseason kicked off with an exciting NHL draft, where the organization landed some tremendous talent that will likely get their first taste of professional hockey right here in San Diego. Here's a recap of the Anaheim Ducks 2025 NHL Draft and Development Camp.
They've always come to California bursting with dreams. They've come for gold, fame, and fortune. And tonight, a few select teenagers from North America and Europe will hear their name called and begin their quest for fame, fortune, and a Stanley Cup.
Welcome to the 2025 Upper Deck NHL Draft.
With the 10th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Anaheim Ducks are proud to select from the Brandon Wheat Kings, Roger McQueen.
Roger McQueen, hard to play against. That's what scouts are saying, that's what coaches love, and that's what Joe Quenneville will love in Anaheim.
I honestly didn't have a whole lot of thoughts. I was pretty shocked in the sense of I was kind of still shocked that it was even happening and my name was being called. I remember being so young and thinking about it. So excited and grateful for the opportunity and the chance here. So yeah, it was a mix of about 10,000 emotions.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Do you hand? Okay. Hi, nice to meet you, hon.
It played itself out to what we were expecting, and we were excited to get Roger. A lot of speculation that he might go a lot sooner than where he went now, but you know, we're ecstatic that he fell to us.
What kind of player are the Ducks getting with you?
Yeah, I think a power forward that can play with skill and be able to play both ends of the ice. I mean, someone who can put the puck in the net, and also a guy off the ice who you can come up to and a good guy to talk to and lead by example. So I got drafted, and then right away I got told I had 10 minutes to get on a helicopter and go to Disneyland, so that kind of had me in shock.
This is ridiculous. It's unreal. Unbelievable.
I've never been on a helicopter too, so I was quite scared at the start, but it got really good. It was pretty smooth. So.
Roger McQueen, we've been following his travels from getting drafted here by Anaheim to jumping on the helicopter here in LA, landing in Orange County, and now he's at Disneyland. I mean, that's awesome. This is amazing. He was just drafted tonight.
So you're telling me we're here for another 3 hours and he's in Disneyland?
Exactly.
They've done some really swaggy things like this lately. I love the things they're doing off the ice to engage the fans.
That was outstanding. Helicopter picking him up and going straight to Disney, and I can't imagine him having a more experienced Orange County weekend, right?
Whoa, put him on the brakes. I know, he's really fast.
I'm like, he's McQueen. What's your name?
McQueen!
There we go. I feel like it's still kind of sinking in, but just obviously like a dream since a kid. I mean, I've been dreaming of this Holman for 18 years now, I guess.
There's not too many 6'5", 6'6" talented center that last till pick number 10, and that's why we're so happy with the pick.
Good morning, Los Angeles. Welcome to day 2 of the 2025 NHL Draft.
We had 20 players that we had rated really highly, and we tried to get back towards the end of the first round, but got lucky on the second day, and one of 3 guys that we had targeted was still available to us at 45.
Are we getting Nielsen?
Yes.
With the 13th pick in the second round, the Anaheim Ducks select Eric Nilsson from Djurgården in the Swedish Junior League.
Dad Mark has played 521 career NHL games with Florida and Calgary.
Yeah, I think he might be a little bit of a hidden gem here.
First thing was like a relief. You've been waiting there to get to hear your name, and also by Anaheim it was real cool and real fun.
You can tell he's the kid of a former player, right? He grew up in that environment. He's really driven.
How would you describe your game?
Two-way center. That's play good all over the ice. Have my strength in the offensive zone. Like to be a trustful player. Want to help everyone on my team.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. Unreal. Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
Thanks.
It's just a dream come true. Yeah, been waiting for since I started playing hockey to get drafted, and especially when I get drafted by Anaheim. It was really nice.
We got players that our scouts were passionate about. Starting with Eric in the second round, and then getting Lassie and Noah early in the third. So those were kids that were targeted by regional scouts and that had been harping on their potential.
Fired up for that one. I know you are.
With the 136th pick, Anaheim selects Alexis Mathieu from Baie-Comeau of the Quebec Maritimes Junior Hockey League.
I just remember me and my family jumping from our seat, and I just heard my name. I saw the team. I was like, oh, okay, I don't even remember what he said after that. So I was just hugging my parents, and it was a magic moment for me and my family. It was all the sacrifice getting success there.
Let's go, man.
The dreams come true for me, but dreams come true for my family too. Like my brother played hockey too. He didn't get this opportunity, but I think that the fact that I'm draft, for him, he's draft too.
For hockey, it's a family endeavor. Like kids travel with their parents from the time they're 7 years old to all the way through their junior careers, and that first goal being drafted in the NHL. It's a nice closing moment for that journey, while understanding that it's just the first step into becoming a pro.
The next step for the prospects would come just days following the draft, as the Ducks opened their annual development camp on June 30th.
We shortened camp a little bit this year on purpose. Wanted to prioritize the main things. Wanted to make sure that the guys have some takeaways that they can learn and move forward with. But we also realize where we are in the summer, and the important part is that the guys can spend time training.
Oh, don't give me the inside. How you doing?
Good.
Huh?
Good.
You understanding everything?
Yeah.
Huh? A lot of information.
Yeah.
You retaining it? Yeah. Good. Lassie, how are you? Good, good. Let's make sure we hit them on passes, Babs. Passes. You better keep your head up, coming across and keeping that on your forehand the whole time. Good job. Excellent.
We just have so many exciting prospects. I heard the phrase, our level at development camp has elevated since last year, and I think that speaks to the depth of the prospects we've got.
I'd say immediately the first thing you recognize when you walk in and you see these guys and get to meet them face first, and all of a sudden they're 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". I never seen so many big players in my life. And then you want to see how that works out on the ice. I couldn't be more impressed by the prospects and where they're at in their own development and the excitement that it's going to give the organization. And I look forward to getting the opportunity to maybe coach some.
Good, that's it, good, up, excellent. You want to go against me next?
Do you want to go against me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Our last year was a lot of fun and getting to know everybody, and this is my second year here. It's always fun to come here and have some ice time and do some physical training and meet everybody.
So it's my third time around, so really, obviously I know a little bit how it works, and we just try to kind of take the stuff from the last 2 years and build on it. And it's also like fun to see all the new guys, draft picks, and see like guys you maybe met a couple times but started bonding with. So just like it's a pretty special experience too.
Our big thing for the week, we wanted two big goals. One is connections. We got future teammates here. We got coaches that want to get connection to players. And we've got a bunch of resources that we want to get the guys connected to. And the other one is we just tell them, you're not going to make the NHL because of 3 days at dev camp, but you might be able to take one step forward. And if you can learn one or two things that apply to you and your game that you can take away from now until September when camp starts, you can certainly make a giant improvement from something you've learned this week.
This is fast, it's intense. For many of them, it's their first contact with potential future teammates. So this is the time for them to create relationships and for us to get to know them. And those relationships will be invaluable as they make their way into pro hockey.
Here you go, speed!
With development camp wrapped, it was time to get to work in San Diego. We caught up with some Gulls veterans to discuss what it's going to take to build off last year's late season success and put together a Calder Cup run.
This is the beginning of a journey. That's all it is. Today is day one in the beginning of a really long journey together. We'll talk a little bit about our theme for the season, but something to prove is kind of where I feel like this group is right now. We're a group. This is a room full of winners. That's what we are. That's out to prove something.
The start is everything. You get off to a good start, you feel good, you see the standings, and you know, you like to see yourself at the top and just have that confidence going into every night that, you know, we are a top team in this division and in this league. And
we all have the mentality of like playoffs are made at the start of the season. We've noticed it, we've experienced it in the past as well. When you started the way we started last year, even if you make the biggest push you can after All-Star break, well, it's probably not going to get you in. So we want to have that push at the start of the season and then just keep on going and see what it leads us, because we got the team to make it.
Confidence-wise, like obviously the guys are way more confident this year from year one to year two to year three.
Oh, here we go, here we go. All the way through. Here we go.
Overall, it feels like our team is deeper on offense, D, and in the net. But at the end of the day, you still got to go out there and outwork your opponent, and I think that's what we're looking to build off of.
The camp has been really hard. Like I said, Anaheim Ducks camp has been really hard, and you come down here, Matt follows along what Coach Q said. We want to compete, we want to win. So to that, like, you gotta set yourself higher standards, and that's what we're doing this year.
I think we have an earned confidence, you know, knowing what we've been through the last 2 years and you know what we've been establishing, trusting our process and kind of seeing it come to fruition. You know, we have a lot of the same core and a lot of young guys gaining confidence, including myself, and you know, I think we're ready to take the next step.
Focus, deployment, playing guys in proper roles, all those things is key to success, and it's about finding that chemistry right away.
I think we have it in us. When we put our mind to it, we can compete with all the other teams and get up there in the standings and make the playoffs. So that's the big thing we learned last year after All-Star break.
I know the guys I'm playing with on the line, Bailey and Nico, are guys you're just trying to pick up where you kind of left off at the end of the year. And I know when it comes to power play units and D pairs, there just wasn't as much turnover. I think you have some of the younger guys, or maybe from the first to second year, second to third year, you can just tell guys have a lot more confidence.
Good day, you guys. Good day. We know that we're capable of great things when we've got a goal in front of us. We've seen it from this group. We've seen it. And we're going to have that type of focus and enthusiasm from the beginning.
I think to get off to that hot start, it's you know, applying everything that we were talking about in training camp and at the end of last season. You know, whether it's, you know, playing more sound defensively or executing on offense, you know, we just got to stick to our process, and we know what that is, and worry less about what other teams are coming at us, and worry more about our game and finding that consistency.
It's important to establish belief in your own team, and when you see yourself at the top of the standings, you always look to continue that.
Head coach Matt McIlvane enters his third season at the helm of the San Diego Gulls. We sat down with him to discuss the highs and lows of his first 2 seasons in San Diego and what fans can expect with this upcoming season's Gulls squad. Welcome back to Gulls All Access. Today, we're joined by head coach Matt McIlvane. Matt, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks, Coach. It's good to be here.
It's your second year, you wrap things up, and now heading into a third year as head coach of the San Diego Gulls. Matt, how have you grown as a coach when you enter into this point now, third year as an AHL head coach?
So much. You know, when I look back at growth, I'd been in one environment for so long, you know, being with Red Bull for 10 years and then jumping from Europe coming into the American League and learning everything that the American League has to offer. Just like anything, when you start fresh, there's a learning curve, and I certainly felt that. The American League is very unique by nature, just from the prospects and the development plans and getting players to accomplish their individual goals while you're trying to move a team along. Certainly felt some lumps, and I'm carrying scars from these first couple of years as far as success from the standpoint of wins and losses. But from my perspective, all those are really opportunities to just keep learning and getting better and be the best coach possible for this team.
Did you find last year, second year, maybe a little easier than the first year, more settled in?
I think every season that you get under your belt, you're a little further ahead. You know more about the group, you know more about the division, you know more about this type of decisions that you have to make on a daily basis. From my side, without a doubt, year 2 was more comfortable than year 1 because you're more established. With that being said, each year sort of brings its own challenges, and we're really proud of the steps that we took as a team last year, but we also know that there's more room to go.
You and I have talked about growth a lot over the last 2 seasons. One of the last chats that we had, you mentioned how those guys from year 1 are now going to be year 3 guys. Your guys that were year 1 guys last year, they're stepping into season number 2. How important is that continuity for development, that you're going to have your leadership group, the established culture, as these guys continue to gain experience and take those next steps?
It's huge. American League's tough. And for our guys, we've been fortunate because Anaheim has so many prospects that we have a giant group of young developing prospects. And so the challenge is that's provided is there's so many guys that are learning so much about their individual game and the league and their own identity as far as how they're going to accomplish their individual goals. So there's a lot of people learning at the same time. And now that we're able to stand on a couple years together, and our guys that are now second-year players are now into their third year. They're rounding a corner. They know what drives success. They felt it. They have really clear goals for the next step forward. They know what to target. Guys that are coming in now in year 2, they know what the American League is about. They felt it. They've had success. They failed. They've grown through that. And now that we can stack that experience together, I think it's an exponential opportunity for growth that we can keep stepping forward.
And we've seen that youth movement, whether it's a guy just stepped in for his first year, like a Tristan Luneau, who goes on to an all-star season. Sasha Pastujov really took off in year number 2 under that growth. First full year for a guy like Jan Mysak, the steps that Tyson Hines has taken. Were you impressed or surprised by anything they could go out and accomplish? But how do you kind of look at the steps that some of those guys have taken?
When you look at steps, a lot of the time we're impressed by results. It's like, oh my gosh, look at the kind of season that Sasha had. Oh my gosh, look at the kind of season that Tristan had. And when we're thinking about growth, we're thinking about all the work that the individual had to do to be able to get to that point. If you remember, Tristan started up with Anaheim, comes down with us, and he's trying to find his footing in the American League. There was a lot to learn as far as how do we move the puck on time the first time? When do we jump into rush? How much risk do we take in the game? And how can we play the game and produce offensively while we're staying in control within the structure of the team? And he found it. And he found it consistently, and to the point where, he earns an all-star call. And a guy like Sasha Pastujov, that at the beginning of the season, with the way his training camp was, there wasn't an opportunity for him yet in San Diego. So we got to utilize the full scale of our development process and let him go spend some time gaining confidence and experience in the East Coast League. And then by the time he came back, he has a conversation with me. He's like, Matt, I haven't felt this confident since I was a junior. This is what the transition is all about. This is why we can utilize these different steps of our journey and how we can come back, and now he can go show that confidence on full display at our level. And now we can see exactly what Sasha can do and how we can contribute. So you can go to so many of these guys. I mean, Tyson Hines, in his first year, every time he got the puck, it had to be the perfect play. And then, he's learning about, okay, well, if I'm going to do simple, now I've got to do simple hard. And that he can be a reliable, unbeatable one-on-one defenseman who can just continually move pucks up and embracing that identity, because that's who he's going to be for the Ducks someday. So when we look at it, it's easy to see the result. And you go back and you strip it down, and then there's fun stories with each of these guys about their own personal development plan and what they had to champion to be able to accomplish those results.
21 of the 29 wins for this group last year came after Christmas. 48 of your 66 points, all after Christmas. Things kind of settled into place. You talked about identity a lot too. Knowing what this team's capable of and seeing that portion, how do you continue that and transition into next season?
The big thing that we learned in the back half of last season is that our formula works. And what we do can produce results for us throughout the season. And for our players, such a huge chunk of guys coming back, they'll be able to stand on that experience and understand what it takes to win. And now the challenge, as it's been for myself and our teams for the first 2 years I've been here, is the starts of the season. So both years, in the back half, we've collected most of our points. And in the beginning, things have been tough. And when you look at that and you try to pinpoint why, as a coach, you're always, okay, do we need to change our approach? Do we need to change the way we're teaching? The reality is that when you have so many players that are playing key roles on your team that are still learning about the league and learning about what professional hockey takes, we've needed those scars at the beginning to stand on for the back half, because now we have something inside of us that doesn't like where we're at and we want to make a change. And then we've been able to make those sustainable changes later in our seasons. And so for us, we collectively, players, coaching staff, we've felt that. And now for us to be able to take that and build on it right out of the beginning of the year and play to our identity for 72 games instead of an identity that gets formed over the course of a season because we don't know what it means yet and we don't know how valuable this will be for us. Those experiences that we gained are extremely valuable. That feeling of success is so valuable for these guys coming into this next season.
You know, your general manager, Rick Patterson, was pretty busy on the phones, it seemed like, this offseason, and adding to this group the way that he's able to with some of the free agents. And I kind of want to get into each of those guys individually, but just start first with one we're familiar with, and Justin Bailey.
When I think about Justin, the first thing I think about is game breaker. He's got game-breaking speed. When our fans are watching him, your eyes are going to be drawn to number 12 flying around the ice because he's most of the time the fastest guy. He can be extremely physical, like to the point that it's punishing. He told me he played more physical with us than he has in his whole career. So I said, good, let's keep that up, because man, is he hard to play against when he does that.
Matthew Phillips is an elite point producer at this level in the American Hockey League, and Rick Patterson is to bring him in on a 2-year contract. What are you getting out of this guy that we are familiar with and seeing him in Colorado and his years during when he was the Calgary organization? But this seems like your next hired gun that's coming in to produce points.
We're so pumped up to get Matthew Phillips. He's when I spoke with him this summer, the first thing that caught me was how serious he is about hockey. You know, he cares so much. He wants to talk about the game. He wants to talk about details. He wants to have the space to be able to do what he can do, but at the same time he also wants to talk about how can the team grow. And one of the big things that he wanted to have answered when he came here is like, I just want to make sure that the direction of this club is to win and not just develop. And we're now absolutely this is the way we're going, and the reason you're here is to help us win hockey games.
Nick Briard's kind of a Swiss Army knife. We saw him here in San Diego for a few years. You played against him last season and for game plan against him when he was at Coachella Valley last year. But what are you getting out of Nick Briard when he jumps into this locker room?
What I saw last year was I saw a guy that used to be a total run and gun player learn how to play a solid defensive game and get the transition play off of that. And had he not, probably Coachella isn't in the place where they are, moving into the playoffs, and or he's not as involved in their team, because that's a big part of winning, is being solid on both sides of the puck. And so he's excited to be back to San Diego because he understands what a gift it is to play for this organization and in this city and in front of these fans. But he's here to win.
Right there, the word win. You hear a lot. Rick Patterson goes out and gets these acquisitions. There's already a ton of talent already here. But for you as a coach and even for the group, when you see those kind of signings, bringing in an elite player in this league like a Matthew Phillips, a Nick Briard comes in, a re-signing of Justin Bailey, what kind of message does that send into these facilities, to this locker room, into this group?
It's time. Yeah, we've invested a lot of time into growth. We've invested a lot of time into developing champions. This is our mission, our skill set, is to take a group of prospects and teach them the things that it takes on the ice, off the ice, to win consistently. We're all ready to go see what we can do in the playoffs, not just see what we can do in a back half of a season. So it's time to take another step.
Matt, thanks so much for taking the time with us. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to the season, and good luck.
Thank you so much. Me too.
Get ready to rock at Punk Rock Night on November 14th when the Gulls face off against the Bakersfield Condors at 7 p.m. Rock to the sounds of Puncture all night long on the Friday night concert series stage, brought to you by Viejas Casino and Resort, and get your punk rock specialty can of $5 Light the Lamp lagers. It's hockey, loud music, and cold beer. What more could you want? Don't miss out. Grab your tickets now at sandiegogulls.com/punkrock.
The Gulls and the NHL recently hosted Willie O'Ree's 90th birthday party. The evening was an opportunity for Gulls fans to celebrate the hockey icon and San Diego legend with food, drinks, and a screening of a recently produced Willie O'Ree documentary. Here's a recap of that special event.
Well, it's Willie O'Ree's 90th birthday, so we are celebrating the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Willie O'Ree, in San Diego fashion. There he is. Hey, Willie. He's really part of the culture of hockey. He's part of the history of hockey, and he's really important to where we are in today's game. This is a really special place for him because San Diego welcomed him and accepted him, especially in a time where it wasn't very welcoming. So for him to find the connection with the city is incredible, and San Diego loves him back.
The way Willie persevered, became the first black title player in the National Hockey League, and not just stay with it, but continue to work within the game of hockey too. Really spearheading the Hockey's for Everyone initiative that NHL has had for years. He's been able to impact so many kids around North America. It's been a real treat to watch.
So this is a gold-plated stick that is just for Willie O'Ree, and it does have his and my favorite quote: "If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right."
You know, I met Willie. I was lucky enough to meet him a long time ago at a charity event in Buffalo, and I think I was only 13 or 14 years old, so along the way I saw him at the draft. I saw him a couple of different other places, and you know, it's always kind of a constant reminder what a lot of people had to go through in order for me to get this opportunity, for other kids to get this opportunity. So you know, he's got an unbelievable story, and it's been a role model for me, you know, from the time I was probably 13 or 14 years old.
Honestly, I believe that if it wasn't Willie, there wouldn't be so many other players after him. I think he was the perfect person to be the first. If it wasn't Willie and it wasn't the right person, which I believe he was, then there might not have been a second or third, a 50th, a 100th next person. So it speaks to the quality person, quality teammate, and the quality player he was.
Even from the time I came into the league to now, I think the emphasis on making the game for everybody, you know, has been louder than ever. Taking some of the stuff that he had to go through, obviously it's much easier for me, but you know, trying to you know, help you know, kids underprivileged, you know, and just grow the game of hockey in general.
Unbelievable person to be around. His energy is infectious. His passion for the game is certainly stronger than ever, and just thanks. Enjoy his birthday, and great to see him, and I'm just grateful to call him a friend.
See Willie going strong the way he is at 90. It really speaks to his spirit. I think one of Willie's favorite sayings: "If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't." And it's true. I think just that inspiration alone from Willie, and just seeing what he went through and seeing the way he persevered, I think that in itself speaks volumes. And it'll be something that when Willie's gone 30, 40 years from now, we could point towards as hockey people to say, hey, that's Willie O'Ree. Not only was the first black player to play in the National Hockey League, but he was also a great person.
Opening night was a celebration of 10 years of San Diego hockey since its return to America's finest city in 2015. Opening night kicked off with an orange carpet player introduction. New this season, the player introduction line provided fans opportunities to meet and mingle with their favorite Gulls players. That evening, the Gulls debuted their 10-year anniversary jerseys. Inspired by the Gulls' long history of hockey in San Diego, the jersey featured Sandy, the Gulls' original mascot from 1966. But we weren't done there. From the jersey to the ice, the iconic Sandy mascot made its triumphant return in spectacular fashion.
Direct from 1966 and making his way to the ice in a DeLorean built into a time machine, make some noise for Sandy Gull!
On the ice, the Gulls and Silver Knights battled in a tightly contested game. The Gulls dropped the decision, but displayed their revamped roster and a new, exciting brand of hockey.
Near side, any clear? No, Noah Warren keeps it in right side. Warren in front of the slot, Burks! It's Captain Ryan Carpenter!
Also making its debut on opening night was the new Gulls' 10-year anniversary anthem. Here's a peek behind the scenes and a look at the production of the Gulls anthem you'll be chanting all season long.
When we heard that you might be thinking about taking a song or working on a song and having some sort of cool anthem for the team in the arena, I just started to work on some cool stuff. Certain things kind of hit me and felt right, and I got excited and thought, I'm going to send this over to the gang and see what they think. So basically, after working on the tune, I've got my band together, and they're amazing, and we're super excited to light this place up with some fun rock and music anthem.
And it's been a ride, man. It's been great. From helping with the original anthem, all the talent for the games that come through in the Stella Artois Lounge, and just enjoying so many games and anthems. It's just been such an incredible partnership. And it's personally for me one of the things I really enjoy about my job is being able to just relate with the people, the sports, and of course enjoy the game and music together.
It's energy, the power and the passion the fans have and the players, and it's a perfect mix.
I think we have it. I think we got it.
Yep.
By Joe, we've got it.
Yeah, the vibe, I mean, what an anthem. It's anthemic, and it's big, and it's huge, and I think that the fans are going to connect because they're going to feel the energy, and it's so San Diego, and it rocks, man. We're a big city, but the music community, and I'm sure the sports one is too, it's a very small one. So I'm really proud of how we've all come together to make this happen. And I think it's a perfect illustration of what teamwork and working together can do when you've got two great communities with a mission and a goal in mind.
When we're able to do something like this for the Gulls, another community-driven organization, then it really helps to lift up all of San Diego, and again, that's why we're here. We hope that people really hear kind of San Diego pride in that. So it was really fun to have the team and to have the people that are with the team, the cheerleaders and things like that, come down here and say, hey, let's go Gulls, and have that be a part of the track, because I think that just, again, sort of speaks to the community-driven part of it and the fact that this is San Diego born, San Diego made.
This team that the fans are so passionate about, which is, when I was there, when you're at the arena, you can feel it. It's just, there's a magic. And so I wanted that connection of the fans and the energy and the team that works so hard to give the fans everything they've got. So that was kind of the basis of it. It's a love song to San Diego and the fans. That's perfect. That's what it is. It really is.
Join your San Diego Gulls as we honor the brave men and women who serve our country during Military Appreciation Night on Saturday, November 15th, when the Gulls take on the Abbotsford Canucks at 6 p.m. Active and former military members will receive free parking with military ID. From special tributes and in-game salutes to patriotic performances. It's a night dedicated to those who defend our freedom. Get your tickets today at sandiegogulls.com/military.
Thanks for watching Gulls All Access. Join us next month for an all-new episode when we go inside the locker room and on the ice for a Gulls-Reign rivalry weekend. And now enjoy some sights and sounds from the Gulls Media Day.
We're at the green screen, brother. Wow. That's a model right there.
Hi, Jan. Nice to meet you.
Hey, move it up, right? So you can read it.
Yeah, so that's the shot. That's the shot.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Blush.
Celebrations were great. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Bro, done. Easy, see you later.
Sure.